do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution. Another opportunity for us to think about taking it one step at a time, essentially. Today's stream topic is going to be about exactly that. We've been talking about stress, we've been talking about overwhelm. And I feel Shannon actually beautifully, kind of reminded me as well how breaking it down into steps, into realizing that we have to take things as they come. And that whatever step, kind of shows itself in this moment is the step that you're going to have to take. I'm trying to refresh my tablet over and over again in hopes that I'll get my own stream. There we go. I did it. Shannon is here. Johan went to go and get his teeth checked out. And Christian is in a meeting right now. He might actually join me in a moment, but he's not here at this very moment. Oh, these colors with your clothes and the blanket behind you. I'm happy that you like it. I did actually put the blanket over. I was gonna go just straight orange, but I felt straight orange would have been too jarring. So I put the blanket down first. Got patterns. Yeah. Comfort mode. Usually I don't get to rest my arms. I feel like I'm in such a different space of mind right now that I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't have my book of things worth saying. I did bring my cards though. They are kind of buried. I'll struggle to get them when we need them. Thank you, Shan, for joining me. Thank you, friends, for finding yourself here. Taking it one step at a time. Waking up at 6 a.m. was an adventure again. It's not exactly something that I enjoy doing. Like, oh well, Mel, really? Nobody likes waking up at 6 a.m. Maybe there's some people that like waking up at 6 a.m. I'm not one of those people. Got in the car with Dad, saw him trying to talk to me, right? And I said to him very clearly that I am a little bit tired right now, right? So don't take any of my silence or lack of enthusiasm as malice. Just tired, right? Had a little bit of a conversation with him, got into the range of things we're not supposed to talk about, if you will. And there were these moments of me realizing that there is no winning in this conversation and just staying quiet. The line of, this is something I said to him that's been kind of stuck with me, is that every single person has their own relationship with God, right? And that it's not for us to say what steps they're supposed to take in order to have their relationship with what you think God is, right? And it was hard for him to hear that because he believes that his way is the right way, right? He wants to believe that it's a part of, in his world, who he is. So I understand it. I just don't agree with it. As soon as you start telling people that there's a right way and a wrong way to believe in God, and I said this to him straight, you start bombing each other, right? Because then it's then it's high stakes. Everyone, I missed y'all while I was being responsible yesterday. What was the consensus on what we need to live? We did kind of narrow down on intimacy, Sam. Intimacy in as many different forms, not only sexuality, not only physical touch, but for me specifically, the level of intimacy that I was talking about is being able to connect with a person, right? Conversation is the way that I get to the most. And then we ended up pulling a card at the end of the day. Like Dan was the one who actually mentioned intimacy. And then the card we ended up pulling was card number 44, Spiraling into Love. And one of the core principles of that card is just straight intimacy. So I feel like that is what we're living for, at least in part, right? To feel connected. That you, I did write the poem about it. Maybe I can read you the poem. I try to to capture some of the meaning into the poem at least. This is the flower. Loizana mentioned that little flower in the center, apparently as a name. What did she call it? A forget-me-not in the middle. A little forget-me-not. The way it turned out really makes me happy as well. Let me show you on the full image size. Then we can get a little bit closer. There's Max. Whoop. Flowers. Okay, the poem. Staying alive to feel alive, right? My poem was going a little bit into the fractal of fighting nihilism a bit, right? Like you'll hear. I was like going into like the monstery side of it. Staying alive to feel alive. Been here all my life. Never had to think about staying alive. Eat food, drink water, sleep. Sounds simple enough to me. Yet, feeling is a whole other beast. Impossible to tame, but easy to feed. Eating all that makes it feel, only to get caught up in waves of guilt. So maybe I'm not here to be alive, but to feel the energy of the hour, fully absorb every minute, never second guessing this power. A wild heart beats in our chest, fighting against the inevitable end. If our feelings weren't a bit feral then, we might not be amongst the living. Yeah, it's one of my personal, like, yeah, right? Like I did like Bam Bam talking about being alive, and then Bam Bam talking about this thing alive inside of us, right? That feral energy. That if you weren't a little bit feral, right, a little bit wild, you probably, our species would probably not be around right now. So thank you, human beings, for being intimate, for making more babies, for loving one another enough to make cool things and we can experience it together. Let me see if I can get myself a better viewing angle. Is this better? Just be looking like down real quickly. Oh, so much love. Kristen is here. Nancy too. Even Dan. Love, 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 love to you. Jovan, of course. Shell as well. And I think that's all for now. I want to be a morning person so badly. Like if I can get past the sleepies. I love mornings. The sleepies though. Yeah, I'm the same, Jovan. Like I enjoy being there for the sunrise. I do. I like that, right? If I'm awake for it and if I can feel energized enough. If I went to bed at an appropriate hour, which is 9 p.m. 9 p.m. is such an early bedtime for me, yo. Like it feels almost inconceivable. If I go to bed 9 p.m., waking up at 6 a.m. is not bad. If I don't, it sucks ass, right? Because now I'm fighting. Like I'm awake, sure, but I don't want to be. Right? Like I don't like that feeling. I completely get you. The sleepies though. I guess I need today's topic. I'm really feeling the job stress today. Feeling like it's gonna be a long time before I have a job. Maybe, bro. Maybe it is gonna be a long time. You still have like a few months left though, right? You did mention that you did end up at least saving a bit of cash from your previous workplace. So one, I believe in you. Two, I'm proud of you for making sure that you actually are at least in part prepared for this transitionary period. And three, I believe that you'll take it one step at a time, bro. Incremental progress, so little by little, edging forward. Love to you, man. Thank you for resonating with today's topic. How soon after waking up are you applying caffeine, Joe? That could be the issue. Starting that too early can make you crash. I've heard Andrew Huberman talking about that as well. Apparently, you're supposed to wait 2 hours. 2 hours before starting to consume caffeine in the morning because of your adenosine receptors. You want your adenosine receptors at least aware that they aren't constantly plugged by something for a few moments, for at least 2 hours in your morning. All right, friends, today is Joe's actual birthday. So when he gets here, you know what to do. Thank you, Shannon, for letting us know, for putting that fractal in our mind so we can love him. You also heard that sound, right? Manifesting the perfect job for Dan for you very soon. Love to you, Shan. Thank you for echoing love too. Again, love to you, Shell. Blessings to you too. I actually haven't been drinking caffeine for a while, Sam. I occasionally have an afternoon tea, but I think it's just my lack of routine. Apparently, that is the thing that gets us, Chauvin. Like, it's not hard to get up at any point of time, but apparently, you're supposed to go to sleep at a certain point of time, like a dedicated 11 p.m. I'm in bed and trying to sleep, right? And then doing that consistently. That apparently is the best. But I have a hard time with that as well, right? Because maybe 10:30 I get busy with something that's going to last 40 minutes, right? Maybe an episode of something that I'm really enjoying. And then suddenly I watched 5 episodes instead of just one and it's 2 a.m. again. And now my whole sleep schedule is messed up. And then I have to try getting it better all over again. It is the lack of routine, as you mentioned. Today is Joe's birthday. Woo-hoo. Mine is tomorrow. Joe is my Virgo brother. We'll celebrate you tomorrow too, Nancy. Do remind us again, right? All of us collectively remember. If we see Nancy's name in stream tomorrow, be like, happy birthday, Nancy. You go happy birthdays. Blessings to you. On my way to see sunflowers yesterday, I left my phone on my friend's car hood. Oh my goodness, joy. Let's just take a moment. There he is. Happy birthday, Joe Schmo. Wow. Love to you, bro. There he is. Yeah. Go and tell Joe Schmo how loved he is. Be like, wow, you rock, dude. You're such a fucking awesome bro. Send him some lovins. It's the birthday, bro. There we go. Yeah, it's starting now. I'm sorry, Joy. Like, you're just joining us right now, Joe Schmo. Joy left her phone on the hood of a car driving down the road at 65 miles an hour. It came off, almost destroying someone's windshield. That's so yikes. I'm so sorry. I'm so happy and grateful that you have the finances to be able to buy emergency phone on vacation. Do you have insurance on the other one? Is covered by insurance? Left phone on bonnet of friend's car and then proceeded to fly off at 65 miles per hour. I don't know if there's a box in the insurance form you tick that then has those exact words. Oh, so much love to you, Joy. Thank you for sharing that with us. I don't know about consensus, but I realized something about showing up here does make me feel alive. Back to dishes. Thank you, Shell. This makes me feel alive as well. I did kind of like echo that at the end of the stream. That was the way we ended our final words. Thank you for bringing it back into the space as well. Love is true. So much love in this space. Look at you, friends, celebrating a Joe Schmo. So much love in. Shucks. Yeah, get shucks though. Get so loved. I guess on the bright side, Joy. Now you have the freshest of digital space. Literally, I have till February. I just don't want to be focused on this. I want to be focused on personal goals, like having more intimacy in my day-to-day life. Everything feels like it's on hold without a job, though. I feel you, Dan. Like, especially living in New York, dude. I can't even imagine, right? Like, that must be fucking stressful. Me and Christian and Johan have been talking about that for a lot of today as well, like talking about how there are these expectations when it comes to relationships, unfortunately, right? Not saying that that's the way that it is for every single person, but Christian sharing his experience is Jovan sending us lovin's. A little doggedy do giving a present that is the bone. Thank you for giving our Joe Schmo a pillar of love streaking across my screen into my field of vision. What was I going down? Jobs, intimacy. Again, bro, right? Like, you think living is expensive? So maybe I should give you more context. Christian was telling us about this girl that he met on some sort of dating app. and going out on dates with her and having conversations and liking her enough to see it going somewhere. And then one of the conversations they have about expectations and needs, wants of life, she proclaims that what she wants is to be a stay-at-home mom and have 5 children, specifically 5 children. And she wants her own space so that she can garden, grow food. And then the husband is the provider, right? And I don't say that there's something wrong with wanting that, but I think in that moment, Christian realized that we're not there, right? Like we don't live in the same world our parents lived in. And for us to own property right now is almost inconceivable. And him talking about how it's hard for him to even take care of himself, never mind finding someone to be intimate with. So I feel you doubly, Dan. That fractal goes both ways, right? Not having the job, tripping out about where you're going to stay, not having the job, tripping out about being worthy of intimacy, right? It really is a little bit of a mind trip, dude. Hold on though, bro. Take it one step at a time. Rather than that's crazy, Joy. If you're able to get a new phone, love is true. I can vouch for the whole consistent beg wake time thing. Chopra is full of more shit than a Johnny on spot at a Keith Richards concert. But he's right about that damn thing. Deepak Chopra, yeah, he has some interesting takes on things. I usually take it as like a, oh, oh, okay, this thing now. All right. I don't know if any of that's true, but it sounds entertaining. You know, when you talk about it like that. At the very least, the 71 bucks to fill up my truck. But it sure is nice to feel tall for a change. I think Joe Schmo, no, not Joe Schmo, Doug Dad, bless to you, bro. It's nice having you here. Just summed up the buying a truck fractal. I just paid $71. That's 1,500 rand, 1,300 rand. So that's like 20% of a month's rent of combustible fuel you put in your car. But I feel tall. I feel so giga. I'm happy that you're happy with your new truck, bro. May it have 1 trillion saved miles. Well, it's impossible for her to drive 1 trillion miles, period. Yes, exactly. You know, even if it does defy all odds, it will be saved miles, right? Even if it's only 10% accurate, it's still going to be billions of saved miles. And even if it's only 10% accurate of the. Okay, I'm gonna stop. It's Swampy's birthday. It is. Send him a happy, happy birthday. So much blessed to you, brother Joe Schmo. It's happy day to be able to celebrate you as well, man. It's Swampy's birthday. Someone get me an alligator riding balloon. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Lots of love. More than I'm used to receiving. If only we can give you hugs, bake you cakes, you know, bring you breakfast in bed, Joe Schmo. We probably would do all of that as well, man. Does insurance cover flying off roof? Phone flying off roof, right? These are valid questions. I don't know how insurance works. I'm a 20-year-old. My heart is smiling. You freaking better, bro. We love you so much, Joe Schmo. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly true, Mel. People don't typically date people that are unemployed. Dating is expensive, and there's a bit more pressure for the guy to have money. A bit more. Fortunately, you know, things have changed in that way. But, and I'm thinking about the brain damage that we have sustained with social media as well, where it's like a video of asking people who were supposed to pay for the first date, and unanimously, you know, the guys admit they're supposed to pay for the first date, and then the women are also, yeah, the guys are supposed to pay for the first date. And even if it's only, again, you know, a small percentage of humanity, you're still going to get those fractals. And if you don't take it one step at a time, you might end up believing it, right? You might end up believing your inherent value is directly tied to how much number you have. No, sir. I know I will eventually get a role as a QA automation engineer. The thing eating me is the knowledge that the most difficult steps may still be ahead of me. It's a hard pill to swallow. Yeah. Welcome to reality, dude. I feel like that is I think that's beautifully put, actually, Dan. That is where we find ourselves right now. I feel like that is kind of the point of today's stream topic, right? Like, the steps that come after the first step you're supposed to take aren't going to be easier, right? You can't get out of it. It's not going to get easier the more steps you take. In fact, it's probably going to get harder, but you still have to take it that one step at a time. I believe in you, bro. Uh, I'm trying to attach a joke to hard pills to swallow. Have a big glass of water next to you or whatever. I feel your hug. So much love to you, Joe. Thank you, bro, for letting us celebrate you. That would be a giant jacks to me. It's not the money, it's that those are some serious attachment to things. My preference is of prioritizing being rather than imagining how I want things to be. You. But what do I know? I never gone on dates before. I've went on a total of 2 dates in my life. Yeah, 2 dates. And both of those were questionable. Very questionable. Just like the whole, right, kind of vibe. I really resonate with what you're saying, though, Joe. I prioritize being rather than imagining how I want things to be, right? Like, if we were in a relationship, I would value us being in this relationship. Versus if we are in a relationship, I would value you providing these things, right? And you know for a fact, I know for a fact, I've seen it in many different fractals, how if you don't provide those things, it becomes attached in some way. And I'm not saying always, but in some way as a comparison, not the right word, an attachment. There we go, an attachment, right? So, i.e., you not giving me the things I think I want means you do not value me because you don't want to give me the things that I want, right? It's like a priority thing. Oh, you prioritize having money in your bank account more than you prioritize giving me the thing that I want? How dare you? How dare you? And that is going to lead, from both sides to just yikes. Melt, I looked up your unicycle. Batteries last 5 years. It's $1,200 each battery. You need two. Batteries last way longer than 5 years these days, bro. So 3,000 uni becomes $5,000 after 5 years. Chill your beans. I don't know what battery tech you're looking at. Like maybe lead acids will last 5 years, but our current battery technology lasts way longer, right? Like lithium iron phosphate lasts 2,500 cycles. In other words, you can end up driving that unicycle for 12, if not 15 years on those batteries. I thought about that stuff as well, dude. And the battery tech is gonna get better. It already is, right? Like we're reutilizing, and it's like those numbers are just 50% or 80% degradation or 80% capacity kind of numbers, right? So after 5 years, you might only have 80% of your batteries left. So now instead of traveling 100 miles, I can travel 80 miles on a single charge. My vehicle still works, right? I just have to adjust my distance, calculations. But what do I know? Love again to you. You know more than you know. Do know that Connor is here too. Love to you both, Cyclone and Connor. It's nice having you. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hmm. There's a thing about intimacy and freedom that aren't so different. You don't need money for either of those experiences. Yeah. It is interesting though how we have convinced ourselves that we do, right? How you don't need money for either of those experiences. And yet people believe having money will allow you those experiences more than you can allow yourself those experiences. In other words, if I had more money, then surely I'd be more free. If I had more money, then surely I would be more laid. When that's not the case. Not at all, unfortunately. And as long as you believe it, that becomes your reality. If you don't leave Melt alone about the damn unicycles, Doc. Points her fist. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I feel safe. Joy is protecting me. I'm gonna get a unicycle, dude. Even if the battery only lasts 5 years, I got to drive a vehicle practically for free for 5 years. I'll save more than $5,500 in fuel costs. Right? Still justified though. I'll do it though. Last 2 years, I'll do it. Last a month, I probably won't. I'm lying. Giovanna, I never dated either. I was either in a relationship or not. Yeah, same for me, right? Like, I feel like the younger version of me thought my inherent value was somehow attached to whether or not I was in a relationship, right? Where there was this sense in me of like, oh, am I not lovable or I am not lovable if I don't find myself in a relationship? I'm happy that that version of me is dead. No longer arrive. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down, the medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. That's probably from a song, but I'm trying to imagine what medicine it is that you have to add a spoonful of sugar to it. Like, it must really be bad. Fortunately, medicine these days are encapsulated in small little vegetable, films. No, no, no. Intimacy as a beautiful experience that doesn't require lifestyle commitment or adjustments. You can have intimacy with a complete stranger, connecting on a shared fractal in a moment, and then never see that person ever again. And you still got to have someone with intimacy in that moment, right? I'm not even trying to go on dates at the moment, just out that to the side. But yeah, it sucks. Being unemployed sucks. Brother Bear, realize that there is a part of your masculine energy that wants to feel a sense of purpose, right? And that being unemployed leaves you without that direct sense of purpose. Your purpose isn't to have a job, though, right? You know this. Your purpose is to love. So if you feel that sense of suck, just find things to love, right? Then you're doing your job, your real job on this planet. I always assumed whoever initiates the date pays. Yeah, like asking, right? I do actually agree with that, right? If it's like me asking you to go to a dinner place with me, then I would be completely okay with paying because I am asking you to give me your time, right? That you could have planned to spend somewhere else, somehow else, right? Where you might have had food at home or whatever. So me taking you out of your comfort zone. I do actually agree with your fractal. Sena is here too. Sending you blessings, dear friend. It's nice seeing your name here with us. Let me get this thing a little bit situated. There we go. Doop 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 doop. I always just don't like the we go. We can get a lot of relief from creature comforts and cuddles. Unfortunately, it is also again hard to access, right? Like, it's not like I can just, you know, creature comforts and cuddles with Christian. Like, he's not exactly down for that kind of stuff. Access, right? Not everybody has access to that kind of stuff or that kind of people. What's important in a relationship is having the same values, whatever they happen to be. You both have to want the same thing. It doesn't have to be a forever moment. Agreed. There's a woman I mentioned a while ago who I kinda had a fling with in freshman year of college. She just moved back to New York City and we're planning on meeting up. There might be something there. Bless you, bro. Maybe that, spark you had is going to become reignited. Yes, intimacy requires constant adjustment to your partner's preferences and what they're needing. I like how Joe Schmo and Sam are talking about the same thing, but in different fractals. And both of them are speaking truth, even though they perceptually could be saying opposite things. But she's mad busy going on vacation to Croatia this week. Milida, Rina, her name is as well on chat, is from Croatia. She works at Bloomberg and is living in the Upper East Side. Big money to live there. Then looking to marry rich. Nice dude. More power to you. My good bud has one of those unicycles. It charges when it goes downhill. True. And when he hits the brakes, regen braking. We used to skateboard, but now he rides it to work. Y'all would love him for real. He's one of the we. So much blessed. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's driving a unicycle. He's evolved, though. Driving unicycles is like the next step of evolution. Like, I do actually imagine it being more of a thing in the future as well, where instead of driving cars, right, we can drive unicycles instead. We can have like little parks where you can go on like little obstacle courses, make it a fun thing. Society with unicycles. Yeah, right. They're much better for the environment than cars, right? Because one, most people drive their cars alone, and moving a 1.5-ton vehicle around because you want to move somewhere isn't efficient. Moving a 30-kilogram vehicle underneath your legs around because you want to move around is much more so, right? So it's an energy conservation thing as well. I like to hang with her and perhaps go on some dates, but it makes me feel like a loser. She's taking a vacay to the Eastern Europe. I'm struggling to keep up with the dishes in my sink. I do. I do. I do believe there's also some level of uh, you doing it to yourself again, right? Like the mind kind of vibe, because like we assign more value to things in our mind than they might actually be a thing, right? Makes me feel like a loser. Again, yesterday's poem, right? Feeling is a whole different beast. It's not like you cannot tame it. No taming feeling like a loser in that moment, right? You can't tame it, but you can feed it, right? And it will eat everything. It will keep eating. Or like, oh, more reason to be ashamed, more reason to feel like a loser. It will eat. Keeps eating. No, your batteries are warranty. 5-year heat dissipant is the biggest issue to life and cost. It's not been at the commercial level. Lithium ion is better than lead acid. Oh, 100%. We have lithium iron phosphate as well right now, right? And it's a little bit less dense energy wise, but the charge cycles is exponentially increased, right? Literally 2,500 to 3,500 cycles before you get to 80% degradation of your battery. So your battery can still go for 20 years if you wanted to. It's just not going to have the same level of charge. And I'm okay with that, right? My cell phone doesn't hold the same level of charge right now. And it's 4 years old. I'm not throwing it away, right? Sure, my battery isn't what it was. Sure, I'd have to pay like $300 or something to get my battery replaced. I don't need to do that. It still does what it needs to do. I can still live stream. Melt more beautiful souls. Love to you again, Sena. Send me some sugar. I am your neighbor. Shad, you know the song, right? Love is true. Do not tell yourself the lies about someone else being out of your league. We must see each other as equal parts in this interaction. And if you step into a situation where you feel inferior, it's not reciprocity and balance, and thus the intimacy isn't really an option. Again, agreed, right? Like people pick up on that stuff, right? Insecurity is probably for a lot of people one of the biggest turnoffs, right? Because it's bad enough for me to wonder whether or not you're good enough for me, right? And I'm saying it directly like that, even though it might be a little bit yikes sounding. It's a whole other thing for me to be giving myself to you and then you actively second guessing whether or not you should be here in this moment with me, right? Like it's bad enough to trip yourself out about if the other person should be there. It's even worse if they don't think they should be there. Dan, I hope this doesn't come out too harsh, but it really reads like you've created this narrative about the women before you've hung out. I've done that too. Sometimes it's safer, right? Uh, it allows us that sense of safety from an experience of trying to stay alive, right? Because you could catastrophize at the point of imagining yourself dead, with a rejection. Joe, you're right. I doubt she sees it that way because she knows me pretty well and are aware of what I bring to the table. Exactly, bro. That and your earning potential only is going to go up as you continue, right? So see it as a matter of time. And you have to show up. You have to take it one step at a time in order to be with that person in the first place. Out of your league. Acceptance is hard, and it's easier to place blame, sometimes on ourselves even. It's true that some are less compatible than others, but it's not a league thing. It's natural. And it's, I believe, also a matter of, I think it's called like self election, right? Self chosen. You have to choose yourself. Otherwise, you won't get the thing you want, right? I had a girl come up to me this weekend at the bar. She got shots and was super chill. It's when you least expect it, or when you are indifferent to the idea of being with someone. Needed some cuddles. I'm happy to hear that, Brother Connor. Sending you lovin's, man. I'm happy that you get to experience some intimacy from this world. Jovan, thank you for explaining what I was trying to say. Love is true. Cuddle saves lives, 100%. Oxytocin, right? I literally have a tattoo of it on my body to remind myself of its importance. Weirdly enough, since getting this tattoo, I have had less oxytocin in my system than I've had before, right? But I also figured out how to give myself oxytocin by just applying touch. I feel like I am flushing red a little bit. It's hot today, yo. Like it's uncomfortable. I would be a great professional cuddler as long as I could be assured that I'd be safe. Yeah, that is the fractal, right? I can't imagine myself doing that work necessarily. Only because time, right? That's the hug thing all over again. On the other hand, if this woman you were looking to see puts time into her appearance, I'm telling you now, you cannot court her in your Nike slides and basketball shorts. You're gonna have to dress the part, right? Show up like you actually believe in yourself as well. And the healing touch of an effective dance partner can mend even the deepest of wounds. I'm a natural snuggler, and my husband is not. Yeah, that's hard. That compatibility mismatch, right? I hope you get to share moments of intimacy in other ways at least. It's in my head, Mel. I'm down on my luck financially, but what I have to offer this person is not about money. We were attracted to one another because of an emotional bond. It's why I've kept in touch with her for the past 10 years, even when we were living far away from each other. And yes, Joe, you were on the same fractal as Melt. Today is a day when I woke up feeling all these stressors, so thank you for the space as always, friends. Thank you, Dan, for being so vulnerable and open with your feelings so that we can echo back at you the growth that we're consciously trying to pursue. Love is true. Love is true. Love is true. Interactions, not really trying to be pushy dude, just making general statements about social interaction. I feel that too, Joshmo. Your wisdom echoes beautifully, bro. Lawazana, yes, I like. If you can make it past my filters and get to my cuddly core, you better be prepared for it because my love it's can be smotheringly snuggly. Yeah, I can see it now. All right, me trying to busy, suddenly getting snuggled. You know, instantly all of my defenses melt away. Like a little squirrel monkey. That's probably right, Judge you. I do have squirrely tendencies, just like the zoomies all around you. Hubby and I are an odd couple. We cuddle by play fighting. I've seen those as well. Uh, thinking about the relationship I have with my dad as well. Like wrestling was a part of my childhood. Wrestling with dad. And then you reach a point where you're too grown for that stuff. That fractal love. Not realizing that there is a day where you do that thing you enjoy doing, right? Wrestle with dad. That is the last time you'll ever do it. And you don't know that unless you've taken the steps away from it, right? So maybe there's a lesson in there about truly appreciating our moments while we have them. And there is no love that is not self love. Bangambiki Haibyarimana, the great pearl of wisdom. There is no love that is not self love. I have said something similar in stream as well. And I do believe that, Sena. I really do. Because I believe you are loving yourself, right? That we are God experiencing everything, everything being God. that experience arising as a state of love, right? Like a willingness to love. And that is yourself, right? There is no separation from that which you are. There is no love that is not self love. You're right, man. Sam, I flip and flop and love that. So much true. Dan is definitely fallen in love with broke guys before, like in uni and grad school. I think most women these days are interested in making their own money. The ones who want to be stay at home moms with 5 kids are in the minority. This is very true. However, I feel even though women want to be making their own money, and I hope I don't step on any toes right now because that's not my intention. I'm sharing from my own brain damage perspective, right? Having seen what's going on, having seen the fractal that is presented at me, even if it might be manipulation, and I actually think it might more than likely be manipulation than truth. So that being said, I feel like even though women do want to earn their own money right now, they don't want to take care of another person, right? Not in the same way that men have traditionally been expected to take care of the women, right? And I feel like that is where there seems to be a little bit of in the human psyche right now. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with earning your own cash, right? If you're in a relationship, if there's two people in the relationship, you earning your own cash and having that level of autonomy and independence can be very healthy for your relationship. I think, in fact, it is, not can be, is healthy for your relationship. But if there is this mentality of I earn money for me and you earn money for us, then resentment starts to grow, right? And I feel like that's where it gets a little bit sticky, where the expectations become mismatched, right? And then people end up fighting. Apparently, like 50% of the divorces that end up happening are because of finances. It might be even more than that, right? That we're already crossing the 50% divorce ratio, right? More than 50% of people that get married get divorced. It's so wild. Mm-mm. The thing is picking ridiculous fights for the pleasure of arguing. I'm lucky he enjoys it too. I feel like the level of awareness you have to reach to actually realize that's what you're trying to do, right? I feel like my dad does that, but he doesn't realize that that's what he's doing, right? And I'm like, yeah, dude, we've had this fight before. Do you want to have this fight because you enjoy it? Or do you want to have this fight because you think you're right? Right? If you think you're right, I'm not having this fight with you. If you want to have this fight for the sake of conversation, for the sake of debate, I can go, dude. I can go all day. But there has to be a level of awareness because depending on your awareness is where you're going to put your resentment. Right? You might resent the fact that you cannot articulate yourself well enough or strongman your argument as well as you might want to. Or you might end up resenting the other person for proving you wrong, right? And depending on how you show up for that experience is what your relationship's going to be like going forward. Don't touch me, go away. Melty, maybe you and your dad should go fishing together, or golfing or something. Maybe try to have a couple of hours together, make an effort to mend the wounds. I mean, the wounds aren't not mended, right? Like, our relationship is better with one another. I'm just silent, and he doesn't know how to deal with that. Because for the longest time, my relationship with him was trying to help, trying to share valuable information with him, trying to help him consciously evolve. And upon him making it very clear that that's not what he wants to do, I officially stopped. And now it's almost like he's floundering a little bit, where he's like, I feel like he's pulling away from me. I'm like, I'm not pulling away, dude. I'm just, listening to your Bible. And I've said this to him as well, right? Like the line, and I don't actually agree with it. I feel like it's kind of derogatory, but there's a line in the Bible that goes, "Don't cast pearls in front of swine." I know it's a little bit mean, but it's basically this fractal of don't give your valuable soul energy to those who are just going to not, appreciate it for what it is. And yeah, I feel like maybe the golf could be nice. What would I want to do? Uh, my dad does play golf. I don't really enjoy it. Like I feel like South Africa is too uncomfortable to actually properly enjoy that game. It's not really that nice being outside for a lot of the day. Maybe squash. I can go and play squash with my dad or something. That could be a vibe. Yeah, I think that's probably true, Rabbit. It's more just me in my head. That same kind of openness and vulnerability I bring to this chat is the reason she fell for me years ago. Some people don't know how to deal with that, Shiznit, and some people are very intimidated by someone, one, being aware of their own emotions, and two, being willing to share it. I'm happy that you found someone that's actually willing to kind of like riff with you on that. Just to present a different fractal for me and my good friend of mine. He works and the hubby stays at home. We work and the hubby stay at home. It does happen. I agree completely, Kristen. That's why I was like really emphasizing that I'm sharing a perspective. I'm not sharing a stereotype or trying to project, all women so and so. Definitely not. You are right. So I'm sorry if this is a little bit too much, Kristen, but just to share with our friends the beauty that is Kristen's, personality. Her husband, for the longest time, had this dream of staying in Vegas and being able to play poker as something that he does, right? And having this dream for his whole life, marrying Kristen. Kristen moved with him to Las Vegas, and as she just mentioned, is now taking care of the household while he plays poker because that's what his soul wanted, right? And her being willing to meet him halfway on that so that they can have the relationship that they're having. Like these things do happen. I'm so proud of you, Kristen. Thank you for sending all of that lovin's and reminding us of that lovin's as well. We've both had mental health struggles and been supportive of one another. But then there's this voice in my head that's like she managed to get her career together despite that. She was in a different career, bro, right? And your career isn't not together. Yeah, see, that's actually so nice that you opened that door. Like it's cooking in here, dude. Hey, Christian. People have already said hello to you, but you weren't here to get helloed at. He was meeting.
I'm sorry, I have a job.
Yeah.
I have shit to.
Christian has a job. What a loser.
Employee, man.
We're actually talking about being employed though today. Dan has been mentioning how I did share a little bit of your fractal. I'm sorry. I shared the story about the Irish chica.
Oh,
Five.
sis, man.
I'm
Wow.
sorry,
Oh,
dude. 5 kids.
oh.
We were talking about the fractal of
You
like.
went and embarrassed me, bro. Yeah, I got
You're
rejected.
not the one-
Again. No, I'm
you were-
joking. I'm the one that.
I was about to say. I was like, I thought you were the one that was like, nah, fam.
rejected this time around. Yeah.
So essentially, we were talking about
Joe
Dan.
Ba,
Dan. Yeah, Joe was here, dude.
Joe Ba,
Joe Ba, Joe Schmo,
Oh.
Joy Vive, Loazana. We were talking about Dan tripping out about being unemployed right now. He's living in
dude.
New York City right now. He wants to be an automation
Dude,
QA.
all of us are practically on the verge of being unemployed.
He went through like a 12-week program to learn programming and
Oh,
stuff. Dude. Like boot camp. Like
Oh, it's this guy.
yeah, that's Dan. Dude.
Oh, welcome, bro. It's not enough.
Now he's like looking for a new job and like tripping out
Welcome, bro.
about
You need to be 2 years into the job market with 5 years of experience.
That's what he's expecting of him, dude. Like, and talking about expectations, right? Like how he wants to focus on intimacy right now. He says to me,
What does that mean?
like he wants to be with someone,
Dude, don't.
right? And then I was like telling him about the story
Just
of like
don't.
because it's
Just
one
work.
thing. It's
Concentrate on yourself and work.
It's one thing.
I hate this advice. I hate hearing this advice.
I give to him as well. Like that's the same advice I give him. I'm like, bro.
Hey, Joy. Hello, Joy.
Sending
I
love
hope
it.
you are well. I hope you're taking care.
Bruh, she put her phone on a car's bonnet and then they drive down a road and the phone went flying at 65 miles an hour and dude, phone is wrecked. She had to buy an emergency vacation.
Get a burner phone. Always carry a burner
She has a
phone.
burner phone right now. Test your dad, melt. Engage in a pointless argument about a hard food rule he has or the way he prefers to hang the toilet paper. If he engages, then you know he's just trying to have fun. We were talking about how in certain relationships people might actually end up spinning up an argument just because they want to do something. They just want to have that banter of back and forth. And I was mentioning how I think my dad does want that, but he doesn't know that's
Dude,
what he wants.
I honestly think your father is obsessed with talking. Like he has a pure obsession. Like today, it like clockwork. like fucking clockwork. He said bye about 5 times.
5 times, yeah.
And every time he says bye,
He leaves a little bit and he
will
turns
leave
around.
yeah, literally leave a little bit and then turn back around and continue talking about an entirely new
Different
topic
thing, yeah.
until he gets his entire opinion out on that topic. Then he's like, okay, yeah, bye.
Okay,
Hera.
and then he's like, wait a second, there's this
Oh,
other thing.
then this other thing, I'm like,
And I see that in myself as well, you know, like that's the thing. Fortunately, I am pretty consistent when it comes to time, dude. Like if I say I'll be here,
bruh,
I'm
the way
like-
this guy is in a rush. He's got so much work, so many meetings that he needs to attend.
like dude, he literally had like 9 or 10 phone calls on the way here,
The
dude.
fucking time. No offense to Esteon's daddy, yo, bro.
No, we love
I
him.
love him, bro. I care for him. I genuinely care for him.
He's a person. Oh, he's so
He's a
quintessential
human-
person.
A human being.
He's a human being. Oh,
Humarino.
why are you so tall? Oh, what the fuck? Oh,
Bro,
how is he this much taller than me right now? I should probably straighten my spine.
I'm not even joking.
I'm
bro.
feeling so- my masculinity is
I'm
getting
waiting
attacked
for
right now.
35. I'm gonna grow 2 feet, dude.
my 35-year-old growth spurt.
I haven't even reached my final form, dude. Just wait.
Love you, bro. I mean, 2 feet. Oh, you're gonna be 8 feet tall or
I shit
something.
you not. I swear I have that like slow burn growth. It's gonna continue into my 30s.
Suddenly,
My
you're a 3
metabolism
meter
needs to
human.
slow down so my height can catch up. I don't know if that makes sense.
You were saying the fact that you think
Uh,
your metabolism is gonna slow down in your 30s. You think you're gonna add more mass?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I'll be able to retain more. I'm not eating much. That's
Yeah,
my
I keep
problem.
telling him he needs to like
That's my
way
problem these days.
up his calorie
Because,
intake.
bro, I'm a 28-year-old man, almost 28-year-old man, still living with my daddy, yo, bro. Of course, I'm gonna eat.
He's
less
saying that like that's
I'm gonna
been
be less
his
of a
his
burden
fractal this whole time.
on my daddy.
You know, I've been living a decade of my dad. No, like I think he's only living with his dad now again since high school, right? Like you were there for a bit after your Swidwana, but I don't think that counts.
Yeah, but it's still back with like the rents.
I mean,
hardcore.
he's saving $400 a month alone on rent. You know, and like he gets to actually keep that cash right now. And your dad has a bed. Oh,
$500.
$500. He has a bed. He has internet, dude. You have everything you need to do your job and earn your cash. I don't see anything wrong with this, dude. I feel like you're preparing yourself for a better future by actually biting the bullet
I'm
right
trying
now.
to afford Whammons, bro. Whammons are very expensive.
I told you, right? We were talking about this fractal of, and it is stereotyping a little bit because Kristen is almost the opposite. She's the provider in the family right now.
That's very nice.
But how there are these, fractals of women want to earn their own cash right now, and for the longest time, men were basically
I don't think we have a choice at
But-
this
but
point.
let's just hear it out,
ladies and
dude.
gentlemen.
like men were just baseline expected to take care of the family,
Yeah, so
right?
it's just, men brings incomes.
And now that it's
survives-
reversed,
or
women want to
survives
earn
incomes.
income, but they don't see the same level of having to take care of
But,
all of the finances
No,
in the same
the
fractal.
problem is in today's economy, boys and girls, I don't think we have a choice.
Both of us have to
band-
contribute.
We have to band together. Like we can't. We'll take care of some of the fucking baby work. We'll clean. Cook a little
Cook,
bit.
yeah.
Give you massages. Take your shoes off. Whatever the hell you want to call it. That was a strange one from you. So when you
Massages?
get home, I'll take your shoes off for you. I'm like, I can take my own shoes off. Thank you very much.
Oh, with the
Yeah,
Irish people,
yeah.
take your shoes off.
Take my shoes off.
I mean, I would kind of like
So
it,
weird
right?
fetish. No, that's fucking subservient as shit, dude. That's weird.
Bro, I want to wash people's feet for the same reason, dude. It's not like a subservient thing. It's like a certain level of honor,
I'm
I
not
think.
touching anyone's cheesy ass feet, bro.
What's wrong with
Fucking
people's feet,
leathery,
dude?
burnt bacon smelling fucking nasty.
That's why you wash them, dude. That's the point, though. They have to be smelly feet. Otherwise, washing
I'll
them
wash my
serves no
wife's feet.
purpose.
That's fine.
Drawing hard lines. We may interpret these values as red lines, as if we hope to gain the respect of the holder of these lines, that will stay with them. Not being able to isn't a judgment of anyone, it's the way it is. Some people just don't work, and being able to acknowledge that and walk away without biting each other is an important skill. No
Joy,
biting.
Joy Viv, to answer your question, you can get a very nice apartment for about $500 to $600.
You're in South Africa, yeah, like a nice apartment.
Like a pretty.
$500 is
Very
it's
nice
like
place.
it's like 10 grand, dude. So
Yeah.
you can get a good place.
Well, closer to $600 is 10 grand. But anyway.
No, not anymore. Oh, it's 20 rand.
No, it's not, bro. It's like 18.
This is done again,
Yeah. 18. 17.
bruh. Our currency doing the roller coaster. Dude.
Our currency is convulsing like our country.
I'm imagining that scene from
We're
SpongeBob.
gonna do so good. We're gonna do so shit. We're the next Zimbabwe. We're gonna be so good. Next Zimbabwe.
We're in Zimbabwe. They're printing money again, boys. Hold your
Oh.
heads. Phone about to die. Why? Hey, Christian, Sena. Christian is too hot. Oh, suddenly all your juice is being used.
What?
Look at that, $19. Oh,
Oh, fuck.
it's by
Did I
a
just see 500? Yes.
I must tell you so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. For 500,
You can get yourself a
this
nice
is
place.
water and electricity included.
Like, dude, people in America, Dan is paying like $3,000 a month for his apartment. You can get 6 months of rent basically from one, you know, if you're living in like a major city right now. That's Melt gets the gift of Gab. Is that where Melt gets the gift of Gab? What am I missing, dude? What the hell just happened? Oh god, it's the Midwestern goodbye in South Africa. Sam also was like, "I'm sorry, I have a job. Thanks, asshole." Yeah, how dare you, be so insensitive, dude. We were just talking about being jobless, and then you kicked the door
I'm
down.
sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
Farewells. Yeah, Midwestern farewells. I knew there was a word for it. So you just say goodbye over and over again for 30 minutes. Should be dragging on.
Johan's coming in, bro. Move.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, feet. You know what? I have a weird thing with feet.
Feet are
bro.
gross.
I both like them and I think they're disgusting. I don't know how to.
The way
explain it.
I think about feet,
Feet can be so expressive, you know. Yeah, I know. It got weird.
I didn't think about expression in feet. For
It
me,
got
feet
weird.
is just like this platform on which you traverse the earth, right? That's the way I think of it. Fucking climbed over like a jungle gym. Like it's the part of you that makes contact with the surface of the planet, so that you can.
Johan.
There's a space for him.
I swear, bro.
He's
He
coming.
just came in.
I did see him walk past. Johan! Johan! Did he just fall? Is he okay, oh?
Are you alive?
Silence.
Blink,
There
blink
we go.
twice if you're alive.
I think he's in his room or something.
fuck are you?
We are here, dude. We've been gassing ourselves. I've been breathing the same air.
Dude, talking about feet slow.
It's
Who's hiding
dude.
there,
It's
boy?
the sun baking us here, bro.
no windows open. That's not me, bro. He set this shit up. I just came in like 10 minutes ago. It smells like burnt feet.
I like this software. Melt
smells like-
myself.
Fucking melting feet right now. Sweaty, cheese-filled feet.
My soul is
blue
dying.
cottage cheese feet.
Thank you so much, Johan.
Hello.
I wanna vomit. Can I vomit?
Weird, dude.
I've been vomited on by my nephew, bro. That was not a nice experience. I've been vomited
When you
on
went,
by a
when you
dog
went
as well.
for your
No,
little
not
vacation.
recently.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, maybe babies vomiting
Bro, we
you.
made space for you here. You go and sit there.
Yo,
That's
it's a black video.
disrespectful.
I was gonna turn something on and then
Oh,
crash it there.
you wanted to use your computer? You freaking
Bro, fuck,
millennial.
you're not
you.
gonna need your computer much longer, dude. We're gonna go die a little bit.
You can get an apartment for
Everyone is saying-
$500. You can
everyone's saying,
own an
"Johan."
apartment.
Hello.
Like
Everyone's saying,
that's the
"Johan."
joke right now, dude. Like people don't realize we were saying this. You can own an apartment by paying $500 a month as your deposit, right? Or your
What? No.
yes.
No, you can't.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
if it's like a milli, maybe.
Exactly, dude. There are a bunch of million rand apartments here in
Come,
South Africa.
Johan, bro. Joydeep says you're her favorite.
Oh, she's my favorite too.
Joshua, I was like, man, I did echo your lovins to him. You know, telling Johanna about you. Thank you so much. I want to ash it as well, though.
Let me get the Asher.
Thank
Who
you so
has
much.
Incense? We're not that bougie.
I actually do have incense here.
Oh, you do?
Yes. I am, in fact, that bougie. Thank you very much, Christian.
Is it Paulus? Oh, yes. Oh, dude, this shit is crack.
Palo Santo smells nice.
This shit is such crack.
That's like my best stick, dude. It's my last one as well. Thank you, Johan.
Oh.
You want to bring me more rolling stuff? Yeah. We have a stream for an hour. You want to leave soon? You don't want to exercise before
We're gonna
we-
exercise before we go, bro. We're gonna die first, and then we're gonna go drink beer.
We did actually, I think yesterday, me and Dan, or the day before yesterday, talk about me wanting to drink a beer again. I haven't drank a beer in like 4 months, dude.
Dude, we're gonna go drink some nice beer now.
There's a place called Capital Craft.
Capital.
Can I use your weed? I'm very
Yeah, of course. Of course.
If the tea bags like make any flavor
You see Christian,
difference.
oh, that fucking coal sizzling on my skin.
Dude.
It was sizzling on my finger, bro.
It's like, oh, it's sizzling on my finger.
I'm literally on my way to like put this thing down, and you just lift your hand up and gooi alles op.
So what this is like a piece of
Recording
paper
now,
that I added
brother.
some lemon juice to add some moisture.
Ah,
Yeah, like you
that
can
is clever.
you can now actually feel it. It's like a little bit more instead of just
Oh
being
wow, it is. Yeah, that's nice.
crunch-o-matic. Or
Hello.
like I'm like, here, sit here, Johan. Meanwhile, I'm like putting here's your spot. Oh, do not feel welcome. Let me light this quickly. It's gonna literally change the whole mood. It's gonna ban some demons.
People have mixed opinions about me, bro.
People love you. Oh,
They say I look like the kind of guy that yells a lot while exercising. I don't, bro. Are you joking?
I mean sometimes, not a lot.
I'm just making you feel more comfortable.
Hyping us up.
Yo, I make a lot.
The
of
cry.
So
the cries of
utilities,
pain.
utilities
I make a
would
lot of
be
Oh!
utilities would be
Oh.
about like an extra $200 at most.
What?
Utilities, electricity
No,
and water.
bro. I'm straight up talking about with electricity and water. That's
Yeah,
500
technically,
grand.
technically, yeah, 500
Solid.
grand, 100% actually. But you're gonna be in a smaller apartment, still 2 bedroom.
500, no, 500.
still-
Dollars.
Yeah, dollars, 9,500 rand with utilities. No jokes.
That's
That was
that's
that was
for a nice place.
that's what he was paying, right?
Yeah, for utility.
Yeah,
I'm not
plus
counting-
utilities.
I guess with Wi-Fi that brings it up to 10 grand.
Yeah.
Roundabout. But that's for a very nice place. That's like a 2-bedroom, nice big
Place with a balcony,
Balcony,
nice view
beautiful
actually.
view. Security out the ass.
Yeah, you'll be safer.
Those guys were in white camo, bro. Those guys were intimidating. Come in. They used to knock on my door. It's like, Chief, you left your car open. And I'd come running down.
Ah, sorry, sir.
Sometimes they'd be like, you left your lights on. I'm glad they know it's my car, bro. I felt so respected, so loved, taken
Paid
care of.
attention to. Yeah, bro. Like I feel South Africa has a lot of potential. I've been trying to get our friends
No,
to
you
come
just need
here.
money. It's as simple as that.
You- if you
wanna
could-
live you want to live like
Poshy.
Here's how you do it, and you don't need that much money.
You need to be paid minimum wage in America to live better than 95%
What's
of
minimum
people.
wage in America?
$7.5 an hour is the minimum of minimum wage.
So what is that a month?
It's like two grand, so like 40,000 rand.
Yeah, but that's because you're converting.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
For
So
sure, but just
that-
work minimum wage from America. Find like a
Yeah,
A
that's-
minimum
that's
wage
why-
online job.
That's why everyone's like, dude, work online from here.
Yeah.
Stay here and work overseas. Because it's the exchange rate makes it fucking
It's so
nice.
much easier starting from America.
Dude,
bro.
so the
Like
thing
getting
is-
an American job
Do you
from
know
South
if
Africa.
you guys can correct me on the stream, but I think average for the like income in America is 50,000 a year.
Yeah. That's like the low average.
That's
Joyce,
low
you are
average.
so welcome to come through. You'll afford freaking alles.
Alles.
Yeah, like you're
Airbnb.
balling.
I have an extra bedroom if you need.
There you go.
It's like, I'm her favorite. She can come to me.
JV, here you have a space.
No, they did that.
No,
They
no,
did that. No.
You can come stay with me
Actually,
and
Joy
Dad.
V would respond better to. Yeah, she's a cat person. You have a pen here, Holmes? Me looking for ancient tech, dude. That thing is not.
What do you want?
I need to make rhymes.
Oh, you want to write? I thought you something. Wait. look
gives me
what I
the
get.
gives me
Look at it.
the bluntest pencil
You
that I've seen in my
know
life.
what I'm gonna give you? Is a Mont Blanc inside thing. It will write.
It will do its job. Oh, doesn't it have like a loose core?
It's
Oh, I beat
Picking
Ezra
favorites
at
over
dogs today. I absolutely wrecked him.
There's no
I
proof.
Destroyed
There's
him.
no proof that that's what
He was
happened.
Annihilated. We both. First time playing darts. We both suck, bro. Got rickety wrecked. Johan. 2 laps around.
You literally did so you play where
Two-timed us and
you
won.
you hit the 20, and then if you hit the 20 you go down, down the cycle
20,
all the way to
19.
1, and then after hitting 1 you're trying to hit a bullseye in order to get out of the game. and I was like running ahead of him with actually hitting
the
my
bullseye.
numbers, and then he got the bullseye before me. I had to play like 4 or 5 extra games before hitting the bullseye.
It was
Intention,
complete satisfaction came
satisfaction.
into my mind. I love the word satisfaction. The feeling of being satisfied is extremely, extremely great.
Think about it from a perspective of like
Satisfaction.
rare as well, dude. Like how many animals do you think get to actually properly be satisfied?
I think you get quite a few moments of satisfaction if you're living as an animal.
I'm thinking about burbs right now and how the female of the species will sometimes literally rip the nest apart if she's not satisfied with it, right? Like that feeling of satisfaction is so important that it induces rage if you don't get it. Satisfaction.
Your viewers are too kind.
Our
Yola
friends are some of the most loving entities in the world, man.
Yeah, and that
The creme de la creme.
culmination of people online. It's cool. You guys are kind.
Manifest.
Good parts.
1111 was just 72% of my battery as well right now. The French had the right idea for handling hard times. What do they do, Sam? They drink. The French drink. Stinky cheese. You were brain damaging our friends, dude. Now all of them will never be able to touch people's feet ever again, dude.
Oh, come on. Like,
Fuck
I'm kind
myself.
of averse to my wife giving me foot massages one day. I will gladly give foot massages, but not the other way around. I feel kind of weird with people touching my shiz. Except if it's like a spa, like a dedicated service provider.
I like how your fractal of like getting paid to do it, you know, makes it okay. It's like I paid you, bitch.
Forgive me for my feet.
Take my cash.
Please, I just need a massage.
I'll give you cash. You give me foot massage.
I've actually been told several times at spas, like, I have really nice feet for a dude.
He lies. His feet are grotesque. Look at him. He's covering them in socks right now.
Cool uncle. Cool uncle socks.
Like I'll never, you know, recover from the emotional damage that your dad, you know, just like straight up.
Me too, bro.
Even Johan's getting wrecked on his feet, yo. No mercy. No mercy.
I don't like your toes.
I don't like your toes.
Yo, dude, you couldn't have a flaw, man. You can't have a flaw.
No
around my
flaws.
father. Dude, he'd look upon you in disgust.
I'm gonna do it with your dad in
Disgust.
mind. The hail's ruined, dude. And then we'll do cycles, bro. Going through cycles of disgust.
Don't you have like a card to read, bro? Are you
I
you
do.
trying to escape exercise? We don't have time, bro. It's time to go.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Let's pull a card. If you go get a mani-pedi, they'll rub your feet, legs, arms, hands. At least they do here.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, if it's a mani-pedi, by definition, it's supposed to be a manicure pedicure. Sometimes they throw in a head massage, depending on the special.
I have brought some dirty clothing as well that I have to wash.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yay, my stuff
Thank
is
you.
running. on
We
my
can
head.
only leave tomorrow after 12.
Why?
You got people coming in to clean up that place.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
It's not nice to be in their way.
Yeah. It's cool to give some space. Bruh, yeah, you know what? I accept. I had to dissect my pressurized, essentially, bag, dude. That thing had some internal forces trying to escape. Oh, and now that I've opened it, it's like, yes, finally,
Can I
freedom.
pick a card? I'll pick a card.
Pick a card. Oh. This box has seen better days, and I want to use it until it's so wrecked that I make myself a wooden one.
Make yourself a wooden.
I'm gonna. Oh,
Bro, just support local businesses. They make such cool wooden boxes in the markets and shit.
that is probably true. I do like making things,
Bro,
though.
check it out at the Psytrance Festival.
Maybe I'll find a wooden box.
there.
Oh.
Like I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it happen. You're gonna find a wooden box there.
I'm gonna spend money.
Some random couple that just has this special looking wooden box is gonna be walking around. Estien's gonna fall in love with the wooden box, and they're just gonna give it to him. Just willy nilly hand it over to him. Be like, it's better in your hands, son.
Dude, you know, like the worst part that I'm sitting with right now is the fact that, for one, I would not unironically be surprised if that did happen. But the part that
Tell
hurts
me to
me
stop.
is that it might not happen.
Go picking the card. It might not. Just do not
It
have
hurts
expectations.
more.
Please.
The
No
expectations.
Please,
and
Johan.
you cannot be disciplined.
Johan, please.
You what was his words? I would like to pick a card.
Just stop, please.
I would
I'm
like
picking
to pick a
vicariously
card.
through you.
Okay, stop. Oh,
Fate has spoken.
nice. It's Jovan's card though.
I like turtles. I'm a fan of turtles. Sea
Gentle
turtles, yeah.
spirits.
Turtles.
Have we been gentle spirits, friends, or have we been a little bit unhinged?
The gentle spirits get smacked
Gets
by the
smacked.
card.
No, you're cool. All of you friends are. Christian, the ideal woman for you is definitely out there. I feel like
Yeah.
you'll meet her within the next 3 decades. I agree, Rosanna.
Yeah.
She said 3
3
years.
decades?
She said 3 years,
okay.
but I wanted to like
I
poke
was
fun.
about to say, I swear I read years. And then you said
Thank you, host.
decades is a harsh one.
I'm willing to stick around to see. Love is true, bro. Eventually, it will come to you.
Thank you. Made me feel a million times better.
He's my favorite. If you get a mani pedi, I think I've read that one. Move to SA, earn my money from the US. I still owe taxes here. That's nice. That's super cool of them. Oh, you left our country and you're no longer using our infrastructure?
Pay more tax.
Give me, come on.
Still pay tax.
Give me your money, oh. Give it to me. Turtle card suite, perfect, right? Look it up, but yeah, it's true. You can resign or de-citizenize.
Oh, you
Yes,
can
words.
forfeit
Yourself, yeah, and then they can't tax you anymore.
That's such a brutal one. Don't ever do it unless there's like a big reason to.
I mean, tax is is a big reason to. People have done weird shit to get out of tax. I'm gonna roll this joint as a symbolic gesture, and then I'm gonna read our card.
Nice, and then we can get very grilled and exercise.
I'm gonna go pick the exercise with you.
Yeah, go pick it and then I'll cast it to the TV.
I did see there's an HDMI cable there.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna cast it.
Cost
It's
works.
easier.
Technology, so it's a wire without the wire.
Wire with no wire.
Is it like direct Wi-Fi?
Yeah. If it's on the same Wi-Fi, it'll connect.
Yo,
Yeah.
we're gonna go to Capital Craft, smelling like caca.
I'm showering, bro. What do you mean?
I'll shower as well. I'll shower with Christian so we can save time.
I would suggest removing as much clothing as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my shirt off.
I'm gonna go commando.
Yeah, I was thinking commando as well. And then we sandwich your hun.
Bruh, these are gonna be the lines they pull up in court. Oh, man,
No,
like yeah,
no.
we're now a Christian state, and clearly you are the gays.
Yeah,
so
you are the
yes, you're gonna get excommunicated and then executed.
Can I read some of my favorite wisdoms, bro?
Please
Wait, what is that?
move it up. You have to scroll.
Save time and water shower as a
As a throuple. I'm just imagining us like with our hands interlocked and doing that, like pushing each other away and pulling each other back in the shower.
I was
It's so
picturing
good.
more like we don't waste water and just fill a bucket and use the bucket together in this room like Chinese.
In the middle of the bucket, like squatting around it.
Yeah. Using the one loofah, we share the loofah.
Oh no, dude.
The brain dummy.
I'm so sorry, friends, that you have to be here for
I'm
this.
not, bro.
You deserve
we
better.
used to do it back in the day. There was no shame.
And bro, we were just like in a river with one another,
Yeah,
dude.
no shame.
No shame. I mean, human bodies aren't that novel, dude.
Bring back nudity.
People have nips
Nudity.
and pips. Love is true. All right, I don't think I'm gonna.
What?
I was gonna say I don't think I'm gonna add that much more wheat to this joint. And then I was like, you know what? I think I am. And then I'm gonna say I don't think I'm gonna add much more wheat to this joint now. You know, now it's
Bro, you know,
And now
classes
it's
are, you know classes are hardcore when at the end of the week they have a recovery session.
it's like, bro,
Dude,
you just
I'm
wrecked
going
yourself.
to do as much as my body can.
That's all we ask, bro.
That's all you need to do
Yo.
for it to do its gerbs.
I washed my hair today.
Me too, and I don't like it. My hair washed is a little bit too unoiled. The oil helps it become a little bit more cohesive.
Interesting. I was watching this video talking about hair specifically, and did you know that air drying your hair is the worst way to dry your hair?
Sirs?
Yup.
Why is
Sirs?
that?
Yup. Because what happens is when your hair gets wet, basically it opens pores
Oh yeah.
inside your hair to let in stuff. And if you air dry, those pores stay open so long that stuff gets in there and damages your hair. So to add very light, like blow dry on the very like lukewarm air is the best.
The more you know.
The more you
Unfortunately,
know.
blow drying my hair doesn't work. Like I actually rely on my hair getting whatever it gets in it when those follicles are open, I think.
Yeah, my hair also. If I leave my hair, it does the best. Also,
Yeah.
watering, you shouldn't wet your hair every day. That was also something I learned because it keeps the oils in and it allows it to be better.
So I shower cold. I feel like that also helps. Like
that'll
if
be
you
different, that'll be different.
if you
The
shower
warm-
hot,
yeah.
like the warm water will like dissolve the oils. Okay, we did put it upside down, Christian. So
didn't.
it's gonna be super quick because yeah, you did.
You did.
I pay attention to the shiznit though because it means something. The reverse meaning goes: your monkey mind has been running on full tilt. Perfect. Blow out the chaos and simply be. That's literally what Jovan was actually saying on stream today. We were talking about the expectations of Irish girl and how Jovan believes that instead of focusing on what you think should be, you should focus on simply being.
Bro, I'm just
Right.
waiting for Jovan to marry me finally. And
Bruh, Jovan's gonna marry me. Oh.
get over all of our problems.
I mean, I have mentioned to Jovan that you do want to marry her, bro, for the record, though. That you get it, Jovan, right from the horse's mouth.
I told him to get and leave in conditioner. You don't have a conditioner.
Me?
Yeah.
I have conditioner.
What does?
Leave-in conditioner.
How many times have I told him to get?
I don't have leave-in conditioner. Like leave-in conditioner probably would make
Bruh, just get
my
coconut oil.
my curls
Smear that shit
very
in.
beautiful, right? But then I'm gonna have to wash my hair like daily, or at least
Coconut
once
oil,
every 2
bro.
days.
Once a month. Coconut oil, that shit.
Coconut
leave it in
oil
there.
is the bomb for your hair.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's literally the best oil you can put in your hair, and you should only wash your hair about once a week.
Yeah, I
And
do that. Yeah.
That you shouldn't do more, even if you're putting leave-in conditioner, because then you wash your hair, put it in leave-in, and go on with your day.
Yeah, I don't like using that much product on my hair. That's the thing
so
for me.
I'm sorry, I do the wash, conditioner, chill, do everything else, and then wash the conditioner.
Sam was also just mentioning like fuck, just some coconut oil from the pantry will do it.
Yeah.
Every day. I do not have to wash your hair. Yeah, it's true. I have 3 feet of hair. I wash it once a week and add an oil and leave-in
That's 1
conditioner
week
after
for
my
your
shower.
hair, bro.
She does, dude. It's beautiful. Magnificent. Thank you, dear ones, for joining me. I do have the kalimba here, but Christian is giving me anxiety with the amount of posturing. He's just like casually sitting there, but I can feel his aura being like,
Dude, look at his.
I know, I can feel it though.
Yeah.
I don't even have to look, I can just.
This tight
Infer.
for the exorcism.
Okay, Shan has sent her our message. The Shan message is coming through. Whoa! Oh, no, it's an old one. I thought there was a new Curses Off video for a second. It's like, yes, that was quick. Christian wants to marry Jovan. LA, it's true. The more you know, right? Now it's just, if Christian, will be okay with marrying me as well, I see him like thinking about it. He's like,
Bro, as long as you're the bottom, I'm cool.
I'm not having sex with you. I'm gonna be married to you, but I'm yes. Okay, sorry, friends. I'm sorry. Have the most beautifulest day, everyone. I wholeheartedly love you all so very super duper exponentially enormously giga gigantically galactically ginormously dearly. Melt, Johan, Christian, and all of you oh so very absolutely specially amazingly spectacularly captivatingly exuberantly outstandingly marvelously gorgeously glowingly glimmeringly magically magical divine friends that we're blessed to take the next step in life with. Hot
You are
diggity
beautiful.
damn. Yes, you are, Shan.
You are to hold that.
So much love to you.
Just said it with the smoke.
I think Jovan would be the sweetest wife ever. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's quite true. I feel every single one of you friends have the divine feminine as a massive part of your fractal. And your willingness to be consistent with that and showing up for it shows your love of the divine masculine in yourself as well.
Does that work? Or is that still polyamory?
That's polyamory,
Yeah,
but
I'm not keen.
it's
Please marry me, bro.
it gets very sticky with jealousy,
Please,
bro.
All I've seen, I've read enough things to know that polyamory doesn't work. It just doesn't.
Bro, can I tell you? Monogamy doesn't either.
Yeah, but monogamy has a better chance than
Monogamy,
polyamory.
like, bro, like you'll both suffer in silence kind of vibe, dude. You know, where if you're a polyamorous, there's more people making noise. Oh, that's why it might be louder. It's a matter of jealousy, right? Like, if you feel at any point in yourself that you're missing out on something because someone else is getting love, it's like the level of separation that we're convinced of, right? I can't marry all of you lovely boys, so I'll marry none. That's
Who's none?
what you said. We're gonna kick Nun's ass. That was Joy Vive as well. So much love to you, friends. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you again soon.
Okay, bye.
Cheers.
Bye now. Okay,
So much
bye.
love to you all. Goodbye, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye now.